Tonight, we are going to witness the most anticipated match in the history of Clash Royale. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Clash Royale. Today, you can see right now in Clan, I am joined by the returning champ, Surgical Goblin, and his opponent today in Pro v Pro is going to be Llittle Chen. Now, it's going to be a best of 5 champion face-off here between both of these players to see who can come out on top. They're already in their first battle. Before we get too far into this, guys, I want you to go ahead and take a second, pause your video, and leave a comment. Who are you rooting for here? The returning champ, Surgical Goblin, widely considered to be one of the, if not the best player in the world, or his opponent, Llittle Chen, coming in all the way from Shanghai, China. Had to make 3 time zones work here in the video. Me to record, Surgical Goblin in Europe, and of course, Llittle Chen in China, but we made it happen here today. And can Llittle Chen be the one to take down Surgical Goblin? I want to know what you guys think, and here we go. We're already in the first match. It looks like Surgical Goblin is playing some sort of a Valkyrie tombstone deck. I don't know if it could be a modified graveyard deck. I don't know exactly what Surge is playing here. It looks like Llittle Chen probably is playing 3-spell giant with Miner. This Inferno Dragon's gonna be trouble. Oh man, that Miner timing was absolutely perfect there. And oh, I was wrong. Surgical Goblin is playing a Valkyrie Golem deck right now, including 2 cards that even Surgical has complained about on social media about being way too strong, the Valkyrie and the Inferno Dragon. Let's go ahead and see how he handles this matchup against Llittle Chen, who has the much lighter beatdown deck. It's going to be a mini packet going into the Golem here in the left lane. We have a Valkyrie and a Mega Minion on top of the Giant here, so the Giant essentially buying some time here for Llittle Chen to take care of that Golem using his mini Pekka. Meanwhile, he has that, and oh, the Zap on Surgical. Both players actually used their Zap there, and the Inferno Dragon does stay alive for Surgical Goblin, so he got some tip damage with that Golem, death damage, and again, he repeats the process. Sending in that Miner to distract the Inferno Dragon is Llittle Chen, but Llittle Chen is really in trouble here, guys. Look at the 3 elixir advantage right now that Surgical Goblin has, and now he's gonna go ahead and put a Golem down on the board. Here comes a Giant at the bridge. If Llittle Chen does not connect to this left tower here and take it down, or at least take it very, very low, I think he's gonna go ahead and lose this match, because there's no way he's gonna be able to stop this Golem push, even with that mini Pekka. Let's actually watch and see here. It comes the Valkyrie and the Mega Minion for Surgical Goblin. He places the minions on top of the mini Pekka. We need an answer here. Okay, it's going to be poison. Both players poison here. The last card for both of these players was poison, and I stand corrected, guys. Surgical Goblin did take another, 500 plus damage off of that left tower, but he did not take it down. And meanwhile, with those 3 or 4 hits from that Giant, Llittle Chen actually able to take that left tower down to 1261. He sends in the Miner here, getting even more chip damage, a beautiful log there, and then Zap to retarget, or excuse me, to reset that Inferno Dragon. Another 1, and not 2, but 1 swing on that tower for Llittle Chen. And there it is, the Golem played at the bridge here. Surgical Goblin is going to try to cash in on this elixir advantage he's been carrying basically the entire match here, guys. It's going to be a mini packet going into the Golem here, poison down. The Golem reaches the tower. That's going to be GG, guys. Once the Golem reaches the tower with only 600 HP left, there's not going to be anything that Llittle Chen can do here. He loses to the heavier beatdown deck. Llittle Chen takes the L. Surgical Goblin up 1-0, 2 wins away from being the next pro to. All right, guys, here we are into the second match. Again, just for the use of time, I'm going to go ahead and cut out the in-between time, because sometimes it can take these pros a few minutes to go ahead and select their deck. So here we are, Surgical Goblin again on the bottom, Llittle Chen on the top. Again, Surgical Goblin is up 1-0 on his opponent here, and here it comes, a Tombstone again, and look at this, Surgical Goblin playing a Lava Hound deck now after playing a Golem deck in the first match. It looks like it's going to be all beat down all the time here for Surgical Goblin today. Llittle Chen tries to punish him, and it looks like Llittle Chen is going to take this left tower here, guys. Surgical Goblin just thinking to himself, you know what, I have my Mega Minion on defense, let's just tower trade. What does Llittle Chen have for an answer? Well, an E-Wiz is not going to be enough here. What else does he have? I don't think he has another answer. It's going to be a tower trade there. Little Chen gets a little bit of damage to the King Tower here on Surgical, but Surgical is poised to get much more damage, especially if this balloon connects for a hit here, and it does not, I don't think, but the death damage on top of those pups will chip it away a little bit more, about 1,000 HP less than Surgical's tower here, so it's definitely going to be a one-tower game, and here it comes. Mini Pekka is going to get to that tower a little bit late on that tombstone there by Surgical Goblin. However, he does distract that giant, not before that Mini Pekka gets a swing on the tower, and then the giant lives on to get another swing on the right tower, and here we go. Little Chen in the lead here. Elixir is tied, but Surgical already has, what, 7 Elixir on the board with the Valkyrie and the Mega Minion. Interestingly enough here, Surgical decides to not support this push in any way, giving Little Chen maybe an open door here to make another big push in the right lane. Surgical instead, it looks like he's just going for the 3 crown here. He's going to go all out on this big push. He has a Lava Hound and an Inferno Dragon. Does he have an answer for the Mini Pekka? No, he does not. He's going to go ahead and lose that right tower here, guys. It's a Lava Hound Inferno Dragon push coming in the right lane. Is Surgical going to be able to take down this tower? Things are not looking good at this point for Little Chen. Here comes the balloon. Avoids that poison. Poison is not going to be enough here, guys. And here comes the fireball onto that. E-Wiz, a beautiful fireball there from Surgical Goblin. The balloon does make it to the tower. Gets 1 hit and 1 hit alone before that Mega Minion. A nice cycle to the Mega Minion there by Little Chen. Does mitigate the damage onto the tower, but look at, guys, I don't know. Here comes another Lava Hound push. It's gonna be a base race, guys. We have a Lava Hound in a Lava Hound in a balloon and Mega Minion. We have a giant Mini Pekka. Tombstone down, distracts that Mini Pekka for Surgical Goblin. Surgical Goblin's gonna take the second match as well, guys, here in a base race at the end. And man, if that Mini Pekka had made it to the tower, I think we would have been singing a whole different tune here, but Surgical Goblin is up 2-0 on his opponent here, guys. So wow, that was a strong performance. I'm surprised that Surgical Goblin has decided to go with beatdown 2 matches in a row here. Usually Surgical is a faster cycle player. Maybe that's all part of the plan here for Surgical Goblin. We're into match number 3. Guys, this is do or die for Little Chen here. If he does not win this match, he is eliminated. Surgical Goblin remains the pro to beat. It's going to have to be a reverse sweep for Little Chen, or he's going to be going home empty-handed, guys. So here comes a Mega Minion and a Tombstone placed again for Surgical Goblin. Is he playing the same Lava Loon deck, guys? Is he playing another Golem deck? I can't believe he's gone beat down 3 times in a row. Little Chen actually was in a better position to win that second matchup, in my opinion, there. And you can see it came really down to it at the end there again with the Mini Pekka giant base race between the Lava Loon, and Surgical comes out on top. Again, Lava Loon here being played by Surgical Goblin, and this time a Wizard here for Little Chen. So, okay, is he going to be able to protect the Wizard? He sends in the Miner. He zaps to retarget. That was a beautiful defensive zap there by Little Chen to keep that Wizard alive. He was going to need that Wizard to clean up, and now he has a balloon. Surgical has a zap. Zap comes down. Oh, beautiful cycle back to that Inferno Dragon by Little Chen here. So Little Chen this time actually has a few answers for this air deck by Surgical Goblin. He has the Inferno Dragon, of course, he has the Bats, and he also has that Wizard. Of course, the synergy between the Inferno Dragon and the Bats is that Surgical is going to zap the Bats, just like you saw there, and then have nothing left for the Inferno Dragon. So it will be interesting to see how this one plays out. I do give the matchup advantage here to Little Chen. So he has a balloon. Is it balloon poison or is it balloon freeze? I think we'll probably see right here. No, I stand corrected. He uses his zap and he actually gets that balloon to the right tower. It gets 1 hit off on that right tower, plus the death damage. Inferno Dragon still alive for Surgical Goblin. Is he going to support it? What's going to happen here? Little Chen at a small elixir deficit here. Actually, make that about a 3 or a 4 elixir deficit. So Surgical in the lead still in terms of elixir, but damage goes to Little Chen and he gets a little bit more here on that right tower with the chip damage of the Miner and the Bats to help. And notably, he took care of that Mega minion with the bat damage. Now the tower is going to be able to finish it off here. Here comes the Inferno Dragon and the Wizard. Same setup as last time. And look at that. The last card is freeze for Little Chen. I like this deck that Little Chen is playing here, guys. I do definitely give him the advantage in this matchup. This deck can be lethal with that freeze in there. And you can see Little Chen is not afraid to use it defensively. Here it comes, another miner onto the tower. A balloon making its way, slowly lumbering down the lane. Does not make it to the tower. However, the death damage of the balloon's death bomb is going to take that right tower down to 488 hit points, guys. Meanwhile, Surgical Goblin has really done no damage, or very little damage to to Little Chen's towers there. So all Little Chen needs is one big connection with a balloon or some minor chip damage. Notably, he doesn't have any direct damage. A beautiful defensive freeze there again. The zap comes down maybe just a little bit too late there, loses the Inferno Dragon and says good game, Surgical Goblin. And here it comes. It's going to be a Valkyrie. It's going to be an Inferno Dragon. It's going to be a balloon. The miner comes in to tank a little bit. Nice catch on that miner by Surgical Goblin with the Valkyrie, but it's going to be too little there and too late. It's going to be a balloon dropping a bomb on the right tower to pick up a victory, a much needed victory for Little Chen. So Little Chen is not out of this yet. Let's give these guys a score update. It's 2-1 Surge. Good luck, guys. Who do you think is going to win? Can Little Chen pull this off, guys? I don't know. He has to win 2 in a row against Surgical Goblin. Those first 2 losses, just going to come back to be very difficult to come back from. But here we go. If anybody can do it, it's certainly Little Chen here. Pull off 2 victories in a row against Surgical Goblin. Now, even though Surgical Goblin is from the Netherlands and Little Chen is from China, these players have played before. They have practiced together. I think I talked to Surgical about this a few weeks ago, and he did mention to me that Little Chen is one of his practice partners in previous tournaments and competitions, so they're definitely familiar with one another. And both of these pros actually asked me to postpone this matchup so they could prepare a little bit more. So we actually were going to record on Tuesday. We ended up recording today on Thursday, and it will go live hopefully today if I can edit it in time. So anyway, here we go. It's a battle ram play by Surgical Goblin. It's a Pekka deck, guys. Maybe a Pekka control deck by Surgical Goblin or a bridge spam modified with the big Pekka in there. He's going to go ahead. It is a bridge spam deck. He's going to go ahead and go in with a bandit in the right lane, charging into that tombstone. Here it comes, Inferno Dragon versus a Pekka. Ooh, but there's the Ewiz. Ewiz coming down. That's going to reset that Inferno Dragon. Surgical needs something for those minions. He zaps them away. Pekka makes it to the tower. Oh no, Little Chen is in big trouble here, guys. And look at Surgical Goblin. A really smart move. He sends in the princess whistling emotes, and it looks like just like that, with only 90 seconds, 100 seconds into this match now, guys, Surgical Goblin gets off to an early and decisive lead, taking down the right tower with the battle ram after he kind of had the awareness that Little Chen had devoted too much elixir defensively trying to stop that Pekka in the left lane. Now Surgical Goblin is going to be relentless here, keeping the pressure up. He wants to stop Little Chen from executing a big monster lava loon push. Let's see if Little Chen can make this comeback. Going into double elixir time, I don't know if Little Chen has the advantage here because Surgical Goblin's deck is able to really punish through a lot of spam and relying on that Pekka to kind of tank a little bit for all his air defensive cards. You can see a flying machine here in the back by Surgical Goblin. Now the flying machine, the fireball was played by Little Chen. However, he did not get that flying machine down, but that doesn't matter. You can see the balloon does connect to the left tower for one hit. That's not going to be enough, guys. Only 26 seconds left. Battle ram played in the pocket by Surgical Goblin. It does connect. Left tower is going to go down. Surgical Goblin is going to win and continue to remain to be the pro to beat here on CWA Pro vs. Pro Series. Guys, who can take down Surgical Goblin? Man, you got to let me know in the comments. You got to let me know who's the best player who has a shot of beating Surgical Goblin. Just like that, he picks up the victory against Little Chen in a pretty decisive 3-1 defeat onto Little Chen there. So huge shout out to both of these pros, guys. let's tell them GG and thanks for doing this. Both of these guys are really great sports. Again, they practice together, they're friendly with one another, and we saw some really great close matches. Even though that Surge did win 3-1, everything was pretty close in my opinion. I really enjoyed this one, guys, and you know what I want to do here is while you guys are taking a second to comment and tell me what pro you want to see face Surgical Goblin next, what pro can beat Surgical Goblin? More importantly, he's won I think 5 in a row now here. He's creeping up, not close yet, but he's creeping up onto Pompeo's 8 win in a row record. Can he beat it? I don't know. Time will tell. I'm working with actually a sponsor to make this a more regular series here on the channel. It's not 100% definite yet, but I hope it will happen, and I hope that we can actually have a Pro versus Joe series, essentially sub versus pros, and we can have a really cool sponsorship deal where the subscribers actually get really awesome kind of giveaway, not giveaway, it's more than that, really valuable product by this company. I don't want to name any names yet, but it could be a really awesome game-changing idea here on the channel, and we could do the series more frequently as well. So just kind of telling you guys what I have planned in the future. I'm not 100% sure it will happen, but either way, guys, I do want to kind of add some filler to the end of this video so you can't tell who won just by seeing the video length. So please, I invite you to stay tuned for a second. I want to watch a little clip from the Enter the Arena or Welcome to the Arena video on the new card Royal Recruits and then speculate. I mean, they look nasty to me. I don't know about you guys. I know that based on my last video, a lot of you thought they were underwhelming, unoriginal, and I have to respectfully disagree. I think that they're really unique and cool, and I like how they're deployed. It's the first time we've ever seen a card that can be deployed and fill up the entire arena with 6 troops, 3 in both lanes. You can see they kind of converge and kind of merge together. A lot of people are like, rip Three Musketeers. As a Three Musketeer player, I'm thinking like, wow, that's awesome for Three Musketeers, because especially in double elixir time or when we have a pump or 2 down on the arena, we can combo 3 Muskies with that card, Royal Recruits, to tank for them. And oh my gosh, that's really strong, especially if they don't have a big spell in the cycle. And even people who are saying, oh, it looks like easy spell bait, this card, you know, they do have the shield too, right? So, you know, a fireball is not going to do that much good against them. I would say it's probably a bad idea to fireball 3 of these. You still have to deal with the other 3 with their shields, and the 3 that you fireballed right without their shields with 400 and some odd 440 hit points at tournament level standard. It's pretty significant. Guys, I'm excited about the card, and they're a common too, so they should actually be a natural kind of counter to Elite Barbarians and other annoying overleveled common cards. I'm kind of excited about it. I don't know how you guys feel, but feel free to leave me your opinion in the comments below. We'll be preparing, hopefully, for a challenge on these new cards sometime, maybe this weekend, maybe Friday. Of course, stay tuned to the channel, subscribe, turn on notifications, whatever. If you're interested in strategy for that challenge, I'll make sure I do a video on that. So guys, thanks so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Huge shout out to Bren Chong, my YouTube partner. Check out his information in the description below, along with the stats and player profiles of our 2 pros today, thanks to StatsRoyale.com. Guys, thanks so much for watching, and as always, take care, guys.